Let's just pretend we've just started stream. Ooh. Hello, YouTube. Java. Hello. How are you doing, you saucy rascal? Thank you so much for the resub. How you doing? What's cracking? What are you up to? Tell me the things. Good morning. It's a lot more Ozzel than I usually do, but I haven't done something. Well, I think it's looking good. I mean, the Ozzel is I don't do Ozzel at all, really. Once in a blue moon. So it's really rather difficult for me to say if it's... I don't think it's too much. Almost, I'd consider it's almost too little. I mean, not too little, but not quite enough at the same time. Potentially. Java, you doing all right? You working, lurking, and got strep? I had that one. Strep throat, that's mononucleosis, right? I went to a wedding. I may or may not have kissed someone. I don't think I did, actually. But I came back from the wedding. This is in America. And half of my face got paralyzed. And I had to spend almost a month in hospital. Maybe more dynamic range. Yeah. Yes, I think that's the one. I think... on the forearm, potentially, you could afford to go a bit brighter, a bit closer to the heat of the blade. I mean, that's what I would do, but as I said, like, I'm not really... OSL, or Ozzel, is not my strong point. Sleeping is my strong point. Yeah, Java, is strep throat mononucleosis or something like... Have we got the same thing in mind? Are we thinking of the same thing? So I went to a wedding in the States, somewhere in Pennsylvania, in like the mountains, hills, hilly bits. Did some drinking, came back, and then my girlfriend at the time, she was like, she didn't come to the wedding because she was like main cast member on the show, so she couldn't really just like go off to this wedding randomly. She was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And my face was slowly going... It got paralyzed, basically. I had Bell's palsy, is what it was. But I was in hospital for 3 weeks at least, verging on 4 weeks. Virtually every morning I had my blood test taken. Blood taken by this... Pretty sure he was a vampire. He sort of appeared before dawn. Took some blood and then disappeared again. I don't know. I had all the things. Like, do you do drugs? Have you had any tattoos? Yada, yada, yada. Do you have unsafe sexual relations? All that kind of stuff. They rolled in towards the end of it, like round about the 3 week mark or 2 week mark. They rolled in a psychiatrist? No, I don't know, one of those brain people. No, emotions. One of those ones who deal with emotions. And I said, why are they there? Well, they said, "Oh, you might have AIDS." I was like, whoa, hold on. Hold the horses. I am 99.999% sure that I do not have that, but thanks for telling me. Right on a Friday evening. So I have to wait the entire weekend going like... It wasn't obvious. Well, it wasn't, thankfully. Yeah, it was just strep throat. Is that Ragnar? Psychologist. Yeah, that would be the one. One of them brain people. Sleep baking, if only. I mean, we still need cakes. He was, in fact, not fine. Yeah, it was terrible, actually. Like, I was drinking tea, right? You know, like a normal English person. The tea was just running out of the corner of my mouth. It was very depressing. That's why I needed the psychologist. Not because of potential STDs. I wasn't. Well, she's not. She wasn't a celeb. She's not a celeb. I'm not saying what main cast member, but I worked on. That's all I'm saying. They're similar, but mono is the kissing disease. Strep is. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they definitely said it was mononucleosis rather than strep throat. But yeah. Calling them. I spilled Ragni. It's serious business here. It's serious business. Now, as I said earlier, I can't find my Demon Prince. Either the new GW one, or indeed the old metal Demon Prince, which was Slaanesh. He had the metal wings, pincers. I think he has the axe. So I'm going to have to obviously order another one because you can't only suffer. Have to have one at least. I don't know where they've gone. They're going to be in a box with a bunch of other miniatures I've forgotten about. Oh, you know what, Ragnar? You know what? Turns out she was one for behind my back. So maybe. Hadn't thought about that, but thanks. Thanks. I'd genuinely not thought about that. Thanks, Ragnar. That's gonna right. Like, subscribe, hit bell for notifications. Folks, we are building. Talking about excess. We're on point for we're on point for building the Slaanesh Chaos Space Marines and things. Love Island Season 3 is where Badger got introduced to the world. I don't even know when Love Island appeared. When did that first start? When I lived in the States. Okay, so I don't even know when Big Brother started. I'm assuming late 90s sometime. And I avoided that like the plague. I absolutely hated it. Friend of mine in the States that I lived with at the time, he liked Road Rules and I think Big Brother as well, and all of that sort of stuff. I just did not understand why he liked it. I thought he was mad. Sounds like well, Chad, this is the problem. I have today spent a bit of the today. Okay. It's all PG over there, isn't it? Yeah. So this desk here, was even more full of printed parts. I have tidied them up and put them into a box and hidden them away. I am slowly going through there. We've got a couple of Space Marines there. We've got a Dreadnought there. A couple of vehicles. It's mostly sort of Space Marines for Horus Heresy that printed out there. There is a Stormcast Eternal thing, couple of old Sisters of Battle, and a couple of soon-to-be Imperial Fists. But we are slowly tidying up that bit of the desk. I got to do that side as well. And then we're getting in a good place finally. It's taken a while though. Ragnar the Wise. I know. It's terrible. I genuinely never considered that back then. I was far too trusting. My time at Disney. I'm not saying that was the reason I hate Disney, but it was, yeah. Should have known better. Don't, Chad. Don't. Oh, don't you say that. We had no drop frames. You rascal. Season 3 is June 2017. Yeah, no, this wedding was 2008-ish. No. On my side, 0 drop frames. 0. Absolutely dead 0. 0.0%. I don't know what happened. I'm blaming Disney, though. I think as a group, we will blame Disney. Butters, hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for the alert. Oh, Easter holes. Hopefully there's enough chocolate in the house. I hope you're well. I hope the family's well. Always good to see you, dude. We are building the or we will be. Once I finish running my mouth, we'll start building it. I'm mostly grumbling about the fact that I can't find the Prince of Darkness. No, not Lord Mandelson. What's his face? Demon Prince. Twitch servers are happy. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it's not a me issue for once. I'm glad it's a Twitch issue. But I'm sorry that it's affecting lovely folks watching this stream on Twitch. If you are on Twitch, don't forget to use your channel points on the goal. All that good stuff. If you're not on Twitch and you're on YouTube, you're a legend. Thank you very much for being here. There are no channel points on YouTube for some reason. It's terrible. But thank you. Can't find the... Hold on. Enough chocolate for me or for him? Oh. Who has more? Day 3 and I'm exhausted already. You need more chocolate in your life. Touchwood is just a hiccup, yeah. The mouse is like the mafia. It really is. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think I just got very bitter towards the end at working at Lion King and probably blaming it on Disney. Slightly unfair, but I have come to solidify my position on Disney over the years in between then, so I don't feel too bad about it. Why was I capped? Oh, Butters can slap down. Oh, I think you can only put down 2,000 at a time. Anyway, so as I said, I can't find the Demon Prince. He is somewhere because I know I opened the box up. I will find him at some point. I was hoping, really, I got to find new recruit. Going to new recruit quickly and seeing on 40k if there's any. If I can build a list with some naughty rascals in it. Chaos. They don't have Emperor's Children in there yet, which is disappointing. Yeah, I think the entire channel is capped to 2,000 a day. I think it's 2,000 a day that you can do. I have a very limited set of skills. I will find him, I will paint him. Or I will buy him and then I will paint him. It is a concern when I can't find a miniature I know I have, because it usually means it's gone into a box. And I usually put miniatures in with other miniatures, so it's going to be in a box with more miniatures in, which is going to be a concern. Because I literally thought I'd found everything bar the Titan. It sounded a bit Liam Neeson. I'll work for it. Yeah, it'll work. I'll be down for that. We can make that happen. Ragnar the Wise. Yeah. Right. I'm so sorry. This wasn't a me eating and drinking stream. We're definitely not going down that route. I really don't like eating and drinking on stream. I don't mind coffee. That's technically a milkshake, even if there's a lot of oats in there. That monstrosity, my friend, is protein powder and milk and oats. It's my lunch. We're back to... I've dropped having cheese and cheese sandwiches. We're now back onto protein powder mixed with milk. Because that's how I roll. And it was interesting flavors. A new flavor I thought I'd try. It's honestly not bad because I don't really eat masses these days. Obviously, I used to. I don't really eat masses, but I do need something at lunchtime. Just to keep me awake. So, I don't know if really the setup is ideal. Maybe... Ooh. Maybe that's what we want today. What are we going to build first? So there is some... I am going to be recording some bits of this today. So we will have to go to the dreaded... This one. Oh, God. Maybe not. Anyway, potentially might have to go to this scene. But until then, we're going to go here. So, folks, what are you up to? Less about me, more about you, please. I found more printed bits over there. Oh, God. Oh, I did go to GW very quickly this morning. Because I needed some Wraithbone primer and black primer for some vehicles and stuff. I did only end up purchasing Fondia Brown, which is a color I've never had before. Hello there. And also Warp Fiend Grey, which is what I want to use on the Gene Stealer's flesh, on their fleshy bits. I also got Mantis Warriors Green, which I'm very hyped about. Not saying I want to start collecting Mantis Warriors, although I do. Obviously, we did a YouTube video on unboxing this. No doubt you've all watched it, of course. Liked it, subscribed to it, hit the... You know, done all the YouTube stuff that people are supposed to do, apparently. And we're just building today, folks. Just building and running our mouth. So basically running our mouth is the thing we do. With a little bit of sauciness on the side. Turn the air compressor off. So we have a Lord. We are going to record Making of the Lord Exultant, just because I know I'd like to do a painting video on him later. And I'm not really sure what we're going to do build-wise. I've not even considered this. We do need to get our hands on a rhino at some point, or a couple of rhinos and a Land Raider. We're just going to need to get our hands on things. TM. I've discovered Deck Tan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Deck Tan is good stuff. Where is mine? Wait. Where's Buff? I know I have it somewhere in that cupboard, in that drawer, but it's not coming. Where are the instructions? We got bases. We got buttery biscuit bases. We got transfers. I see the transfers. I've got the Emperor's Children right here, right now. Have you done much sculpting? I have. I can show you one of my masterpieces. Maybe, if I can find it. It's slightly out of focus. I have sculpted this in, in my hands using Super Sculpey a long time ago. I have done sculpting before, but it was how long ago? Crikey. Probably almost verging on 20 years ago, which is actually depressing to think about. I might have to get some oil-based clay and give sculpting a go. I know I want to get back to it at some point. It has been on my head a little bit. To mutantify, I'm not. I mean, I do agree with you. I think they are good. There's not a huge amount going on with like a rhino, you know. I'm not really into making. Personally, for me, I'm not into the idea of making like fleshy tanks. Weirdly, I don't. Maybe Nurgle I could talk myself into. I think with vehicles, for me, I personally prefer to add stuff to them, like mechanical wise, and accessories. I won't be. This is an Ultramarine one, so I won't be doing that. They don't need accessories. They're already fabulous the way they are. You do some creepy tentacle scene in the back. Of course you would. I mean, yeah, I do agree. There's certainly space for creepy tentacle action in the back, so to speak. That sounds horrific. You've done a couple of Nurgle monstrosities. We do need to... Now, looking at the codex for these guys... we don't have Chaos Cultists, which sucks, because I do have Chaos Cultists in that cupboard over there. I'm going to probably have to make them... Do we get Chaos Cultists for Nurgle? But Slaanesh have Chaos Spawn. So we will have to do some sort of... conversions there. To make some Chaos Spawn. I need to figure out a starting point for them. I was having a quick list on the... what do they call Death Guard? See, I can have Death Guard cultists for Death Guard, obviously. And I know they have jackals, I think, for the World Eaters. I'm not sure what Tzeentch get. I'm not particularly bothered by Tzeentch. I'm a bit saddened by the lack of cultists for Slaanesh. That seems like that would have been an ideal thing. Maybe they were worried about things getting a bit too not PG. Badger on a Wednesday, I know, Reno. I know. We had to drop Friday, unfortunately, because I do have to vaguely look after the stream. I do want to improve it and work on growing the channel. And Fridays were just terrible for me. I think like the last one was I did a Friday. Obviously, I'm not blaming anyone here, obviously, or anything like that. But whatever it was, there were two people in here, and I just thought, you know what, we're an hour in or 45 minutes in, and one of them was my bot, the chat bot. And I just thought, you know what, this is just not working. So we're going to do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They got demonettes. Oh yeah, I don't like the demonettes though. I just wanted because I've got the Chaos. I got the Dark Commune, I got Chaos Cultist Warband, I got Cultist Accursed or Possessed, I think, and one other thing like that. They were all ready to go. And then, no. Very disappointing. But there we go, such is life. Not the end of the world, I'm going to end up painting them anyway, at some point. So... As I said earlier, we are going to make a Lord Exultant. Now, the Combat Patrol, when it comes out, has a Lord Exultant in as well. And he is also available this Saturday from GW or Element Games, using my affiliate link, obviously. Wiggly eyebrows. If you're in America, I got more links. I got to turn Nightbot off. It'll do the alert thing as well. We do have a Noble Knight Games affiliate link as well, which should be below. Anyway, so point is Combat Patrol. This is going to be available this weekend, but also in the Combat Patrol whenever that's released, along with the Coneheads. I don't know what option we're going to build. You get different options. You got the Whippy Whip. You got the plasma pistol with a sword, with a blade attached to it, excuse me. And Power Fist. I like, obviously we're going to have to do one of them with a whip. That goes without saying. We're obviously going to get Lucius the Eternal as well with the Whippy Whip. I think we're going to go Power Sword, Power Spear of Doom, and Fist of Doom. If we can make that work. Yeah, I like the Demonettes. I'm just not massively. I suppose I would get them. I suppose. We will build this guy on stream today, but not yet. We're just gonna build some generic geezers. What would you do? Use the rules for Demonettes, but use the models from AOS Elves? Or the sexy fish women? I'd not even considered that. I don't really think of... When I think of Warhammer, I don't really think of Age of Sigmar. Which is probably not what GW want to hear. What I think of when I think of Warhammer is Mordheim. And Space Marines. That's what I think about. They need to hurry up and re-release Mordheim. So now we've said it, we can hold off on talking about it for at least until Monday. Or the next stream or whatever. So the fish women, they order. They're the Deepkin, aren't they? The Derpkin. I'm just not familiar with them. I hadn't really considered the Deepkin at all as potential options for Demonettes. It is, I suppose, an option. What are the other ones? Daughters of Cain. Are there anything in Daughters of Cain? Noir, what's going on? Hello, how you doing? Your wishes might come true. There are some leaks implying new Warcry is going to be way more Mordheim-y. I don't buy into Warcry being Mordheim, unfortunately. It's the whole... Mordheim is Mordheim. It is situated in the damn city, and that is where it belongs. I'm not really... I have got Warcry. I was genuinely hoping Warcry might tickle the urge. Tickle the bits which required to be tickled. It's not been that at all, really. Aesthetically, I just... It's all right. I'll suffer. It's okay. Those are just some Slaanesh cultists. You just wanted sexy naked women. Well, always. Daughters of Cain, that's the one. Oh, okay, yeah. So I've not... There's actually one with a snake tail. I didn't even... Is that a snake tail or is it a cape? What's going on with that one? What's going on with this one? Oh, it's a cape. Damn it. I was hoping that was some sweet snake tail action going on. I like the face mask. That's very cool. They're killing the Warcry brand. Oh, really? Well, they should have... Listen, they needed to just bloody well talk to me initially. Instead of trying Warcry. And I'd have been like, yo, this is what you need. You just need to bring more time back. You can do made to order or whatever. and you'll be printing that. You'll be pressing the big print money button. And you don't even have to waste money on Warcry. You've already got the molds. Fine, some might need tarting up a little bit. Demonettes, these could work. The Witch Elves, I suppose. Who are these? The ones with the whippy whips. Why don't you join the tinfoil group? The what? The tinfoil group? I'm not sure of what that is. I suppose these could be Demonettes, the Sisters of Slaughter. You can't have laughter without slaughter. Or you can't have slaughter without laughter. Damn it, I did it wrong. Yeah, I suppose if I suppose, Chad, thank you for giving me a heads up on this. I would probably do these ones instead of... Oh, they got snake people there. And more snake people. At Warhammer's World, they removed the whole Warcry display and removed all banners. Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, hello there. Sorry, I'm just trying to have a quick butcher's. I've got... Okay, here are the Demonettes. Let me double check. I might... Do I like them? I like the pincers and the claws. I reckon... Oh, God, that would be a very expensive set of conversions. I'm not just entirely sure I like the faces. I like the lobster claws and things. I don't know. Maybe these are also cheaper, actually, than those other ones. Jesus, they're like a lot cheaper. Maybe I'll have to force myself to like them. It's sad. Where's this stupid Pedal of Doom? Turns out I found in a box Sigvald. I found him in a bag, actually, not even in a box. And I think some other thing. Anyway. Might be the Lord of Herbs. Hubris. You can't stand the Demonettes. Like, I totally understand it. I don't think I like them. I've never been massively keen on them. I know, like, people do like them, but that's... they're no just fleshy cultists, which is what I want in life. Right, so we do long-range geezers or close-range infractors. I reckon infractors is probably what we want to be doing. I think that's what we're going to be doing. Special weapon... Melter or plasma? Plasma or melter? I'm going to have to contemplate that one. Oh, hold on. These are the ones we want to build. The infractors. I need that. You need that whip in your life. Do you just need a dom in your life? Is that what you really want? Noise Marines. Do we have any options when it comes to Noise Marines? We've got a couple of variants to bear in mind. I'm not sure what these weapons are. Discordant. Okay. I don't know what these weapons are, so I don't really know if I should be building one over the other. So I will go with what looks cool, in my humble opinion, when we get around to it. So we will build 6 of these guys are included. And a bunch of... This one will record this video, so the scene will change for that. But we're going to build... We're going to do steps 2 to 6 and then 11 to 13. No one will know what those weapons are. The problem is, I don't think I'm ever going to play this game. So... we will see. Let's get the right sprue. Let's start off. That's P1. think it's this sprue. There's the person with the whippy whip there. That's a big heavy weapon again. More heavy weapons. Do I like this massive weapon with what appears to be a great big blade on it? It is. I dig that. I dig it a lot. All right. So is anyone ordering any stuff from... So basically, all 4 of these sprues are the same. Right. You got your whippy whips, you got your... They're basically the same. So... Let's just have a wiggle. Oof. We got to choose heads. There are 2 options for each. You got bear heads and you got your bear heads. Obviously, you got some completely helmetless, and then you've got a couple of half helmeted people. 2 of each. You got a variety of shoulder pads as well. You got 2 of each, 4 of those shoulder pads. It says 4 there. You can read as well. 4 of so you can get quite a good match of how you want your things to look like. 2 of each backpack. Anyway, let us go to wiggle on with this. Zombella. Massive weapons are always a solid choice. Jesus Christ. That is very true. I do. That's what I've heard. That is what I've heard. How you doing, Zombella? How the devil are you? Hope you're well. Happy Tuesday to you. Reno, you have a half-finished gunpla kit you were building to do. Hell yes. Are you going to do it? Or are you going to just relax this evening? I'm almost buying... I like that bonce there. It's got a blade on top. Let's just yoink that off there. I saw one which was definitely... There's one with spikes all over it. They just... I reckon... Do you reckon GW just look through certain sorts of catalogues? And go, yes, that's a good bit of clothing, if you want to call it clothing. This... I guess that's why we don't have proper cultists. I reckon that's why we don't have proper cultists, because they will look like they'll be just thrown through a sort of BDSM store. And that's probably not what the stockholders want. It's what the people want. What model, Jimmy? How's it going, dude? Happy Wednesday. Jesus, have I been saying it's Tuesday? It is Wednesday today, right? And we've had 0 drop frames. I'm stoked about that. I'm so happy. It looks like something FB would recommend. Well, that's because you surf the BDSM stores. That's why. We all know it. Lurking and doing some things. Hell yes. Hell yes. Barbatos lupus. I'm not even familiar with which one that is. Does it have massive guns? I would do it, but I started working your factory on Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Reno. I know you can make the most efficient factories available, so you enjoy doing that. I know Factorio. I wish I could. I technically own Satisfactory, but obviously we never finished it because I'm hopeless at that game. Where's the... Okay, we got some almost beaky boys. We're obviously going to get this bloke here. Jesus Christ. The week's a mess. It really is. Last week was a complete mess. I lost track of the day. I really did. It's exhausting. Satisfactory steals hours of my life. I had to stop and never clicked with the barbers. I'm not familiar with it. I don't really know Gundam things very much. I have... a Serpent Custom HG. I only bought it because it had dual miniguns on each arm, which I thought were cool. Or at least one arm. Dropped? No. We put that down with vigor. We didn't drop it, Ragnar. There is a small but subtle difference. You look at something once on Reels and it tags you as, oh, I know. That's why Jimmy, I saw a browser thing, plugin that annihilated Reels. At least that's what it branded. It annihilated stories at the top. I don't mind stories. I was quite happy to leave stories, but it annihilated a good chunk of it annihilated a bunch of Reels, and also the what are those things on? God, where is Instagram on my phone? That's the bloody mobile app, so that's no use. Like the Discover, you get 5. Ooh, look at 5 new people on the side. It annihilated that, which I actually like that one. I just want it to annihilate all the moving stuff apart from the stories. I don't want to see your jazzy videos with your smash cuts every half a second. Gives me a bloody headache. This is why I can't stand them. I know it makes me grumpy and all that sort of stuff, but whatever. Go back to the good old days. Thank you. I reckon if they have an old person version of Instagram, like old person mode, just have like a toggle at the top, and you can go back to the good old days where it's just pictures and maybe stories, and then you can have your cracked out version for like, I don't know, 18-year-olds or however old those people are. You went into the hobby shop yesterday. Hey, Zombella, high 5. 10. I went to the hobby shop today and I bought some spray paint and 3 pots of paint. I did look at other miniatures and thought, hello. But these were the only, along with Mantis Warriors Green and that spray paint, these were the only colours I went in looking for. That was on my agenda, and I managed to stay strong. So well done on that, Zombella. That's always a good thing. 39 times. That number doesn't seem accurate. It has a big bonking stick. Well, we all like a big bonking stick, apparently. Squeezel, what's cracking? Hello. Happy Wednesday. Don't forget to use your channel points. Threads. Oh, God, that film. Yeah, look how much I've done today. Absolutely bugger all again. We've got 6 heads extracted. What paint did you get out of interest? What colour kind of thing was it? We're gonna do. Oh, that's the one I wanted. We want some baldies. No. These, I specifically went in looking for Thondia Brown because I saw someone talking about it the other day when painting leather, and I thought, ooh, give that one a go. And Warp Fiend Grey because I thought I had it, but it didn't. And I was going to use that for painting the skin of my Gene Stealers. Oh, hold on. Speaking about that. Gene Stealers. I did a little bit of painting on them last night after stream. I'm kind of happy with this for the carapace. Obviously, the skin needs work and the claws and all the wibbly wobbly bits, but I'm happy with this for it. You know, obviously it's going to get a good varnish and the base needs doing, but I'm happy with this. I will do a complete YouTube video. I did have a rummage through my Space Hulk box. I did find my Blood Angel Terminators. I did not find the blokey on the captain, and I'm still 4 Gene Stealers short. The extension was called... Oh, bugger. IG Plus or something like that. But honestly, it just... It was almost weird looking at Instagram without all the visual stuff going on. And it looked like some reels were not annihilated. So I don't really know. Any extension to remove reels from Instagram? Yeah, IG Plus. And Antigram, apparently, is another one. But I yeah. So it was called IG Plus on Firefox and Chrome, and Antigram I didn't get around to trying. I almost think that they might have gone almost a bit too far the other way. Like, I genuinely kind of do like the stories because, you know, they go within a day, right? And they're a bit more temporary, obviously. You almost bought a dragon. Oh, yes? Which one were you looking at? You got Boomfire Magenta. Do I have that one? It sounds like a good magenta. I need it. Always buying magenta's a good time. We need some backpacks. Where are they? Not on this spree. There we go. This is going to be... It's going to be mostly like... There's probably not really... You know, we're just gluing stuff together and chatting our faces off. Yeah. I'd like a single dot on each spine. Yeah. Well, okay, so hold on. I'm not blaming because I was looking through Scott's Instagram the other day, yesterday, and saw he'd painted up Mantis Warriors. I'd completely forgotten about them, and they're very saucy, which is why I bought that paint. But if we go and have a look at my Tyranid things, they are similar-ish. They're similar-ish to those ones. I think I've dragged the blend down, like, of the whatever color I ended up using for this was, and we did the white dots on. I don't know if... So that's, like, for my... Space Hulk ones, I don't know if I'm going to add the white, like, go all the way up to the white bit. It might be a little bit too much, because I want to try and keep them vaguely close to, like, the box art at the time. Probably gone a bit too bright, to be honest, but... whereas on that, for my, you know, Tyranids from Leviathan, etc., we'll definitely be doing that more. And we're supposed to be on this. Hello. Fumi Marines, what's going on? Hello. How are we? Happy joy. Wednesday. Folks, what are we doing tonight? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a loss. I'm just chopping off random backpacks and not paying attention. This one needs something with it. Oh, a little bit of wibbly wobbliness. It needs a little bit of Monica. It's this bit. Oh, you don't have to do that, I don't think. You could just leave it barren. But let's be fair. If there's a chance to slap something funky on there, we'll usually take it. But there is another one to do as well, so we'll just leave that for a moment. Spore Dragon. Okay, D&D figure, but a big one, 10 inches tall. What made you, so you were definitely keen on it, but what made you go, we gotta be good. And to which I would say, why be good when you can be bad? And buy that thing. Or is it just a matter of time and you will get it, but I usually blame it on money at the time. It's like, curse it. Can't. If I put my sensible hat on, I can't afford it at the moment. I'll have to wait. And something or other. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that little weird rectangular kind of shaped bit. You working on more turnip 28? I must work on... Well, I've not done any turnip 28. I've done nothing. It's a barren field. There's no turnips. No carrots. No broccoli. No leeks. No nothing. Oh, this one's got a weird bit with a weird dangly bit hanging out of it. All right. Oh, and there's the other one with the... I'm going to just double check where this one comes from, because I think there's only a limited amount of backpacks with space for that, so I don't want to miss out on something. That looks like a... Maybe that's a close combat weapon thing. And yes, Jimmy, seriously, buying... It's the way forward. It's how you have to do things. Just buy all the things. Because the problem, these bloody companies, they stopped doing the things. I mean, look what happened to More Time. Huh! Look what happened to More Time. They just stopped. They told no one. Or at least, that's what I believe. And then you just have to go to eBay and pay far too much money for it when you realize that there's a vacancy in your heart that only More Time can fill. Okay. Yay. Oh, God. Let me just quickly check what that weapon attaches to. Sorry. What? There might be a special weapon which needs that weird backpack with the pipe hanging out of it. This backpack here. Is that because he's all about... What's the deal with this one? Well, we're going to build the guy with the whippy whip anyway, so we will be building that one. Okay. It really helps. Well, this is the thing. This is what I want to do. But the problem is, Jimmy, I want to do a pseudo chapter. I'm not doing the whole chapter. That would be bananas. But I want to do at least a large, girthy kill team or a combat patrol at least of vaguely custom space chapter. And I have to do a chaos spawn for these guys. I want to do some kit bashing for that. But that will be, all around like 40k basically, rather than turnip action. I'll have to start looking into the turnip. I just told myself I didn't need it. I didn't have the energy for the guilt game with myself afterwards. Zombella, listen. Listen. I know you don't need me to tell you. Don't let the guilt keep you down. Just buy the things that make you happy. All right? There's no guilt. Etc. Custard chapter. I mean, it could be the custard chapter. Custom, though, is what I said. I know I said custom. You might need your ears fixing. Not pinned back or anything like that. Just like they might need a clean. You know? I'm not going to judge you or shame you. Well, unless you pay me, I can judge you and shame you if you wish. But that does require money. Honored First, how you doing, you saucy beast? What's going on? We're doing all right. We've got these things to build. We're only going to build a few of them. I'm mostly going to be chatting. Just chatting. I bought them. I had them. Yeah, I didn't buy them today. They've been knocking around. But I'm still contemplating getting Fulgrim. I'm not entirely sure if I like I like the scale tail thing of Fulgrim from 30k, right? We'll have just for those who are not familiar. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah. So where is he? He's probably out of stock. What a surprise. The thing is, I like the scale tail of... where the bloody hell is he? Jeff. Where is he? Am I hallucinating? Did I miss him? I'll remember that when you excuse yourself from Conquest. Listen, what I say is, all right, do as I say, not as I do. That's what I say, and that's what I stick to. Okay, so I like this, you know, the snake sort of whatever, this Fulgrim, right? I dig it. I dig it. I'm not sure if I like bloody Conehead. Are we gonna? This is writing him, isn't it? As Empress, is he going to be in here? Here he is. So where's old Fulgrim? Lad? All right. I'm not sure how much I like the weird tail here. I'm not 100% sure how much I like this tail here. It reminds me of like a very tight sort of PVC outfit. It's unfortunately burned into my mind now, and I can't get it out of my head. Like, you know, it's very weird. He's also changed from a snake to something else. I suppose he's a demon. I suppose he's allowed to have that. I do like the wings they did. Also, the price is going to be slightly less than 187 quid for the other bloke, for the resin one. He looks like a Tyrannid. I mean, he could probably well be a Tyrannid. That would be an expensive conversion, I would have thought. Anyway, I'm not sure about him. I am going to be ordering this chap, though. And one of these blokes. Lord Exultant, as I said, is coming separately. This is the version I think we're building today. Spear and Fist of Doom. I'm not sure about the Coneheads. They're appearing in the Combat Patrol. I think it's 2 sets of them and a bunch of these geezers. Oh, they got pink dice as well. Can't have hang-ups in the freaky dungeons of Slaanesh. I don't have hang-ups. But I just prefer like the snake-looking Fulgrim rather than the smooth, weird, wrinkled skin. Because I know the problem is, I know if I get Fulgrim, I want to paint that tail flesh-coloured, and I'm slightly concerned it's going to look a bit too not safe for work at some point. There's definitely a range in time when that snake thing looks a bit, you know, whatever the word you want to call it is. The Lord Exultant Spear bothers me. You don't like the crossguard at the top? Do you not? Well, we're going to build it today. Let's have a look at it though. I might be able to maybe print one. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so I mean, I don't. Is it a spear? It's got the length of a spear, right? Like from very tip of the pointy bit to the end of the handle or whatever you call this. But like a third, almost a half of it is blade thing. To me, it looks like a massive. Maybe it's for a four-handed. It's a sword for a four-handed demon prince, or four-armed, I suppose. So he can get all his arms on, all his hands on it. I do understand what you mean. I suppose you could always chop the crossguard down, like, you know, remove that bit there. Probably remove. I mean, you don't really need the. What would you do? Just do. You could probably just do a complete swap out for a spear. I'm not actually sure what this weapon's supposed to be. It's meant to be a sort of bardiche. I'm not even familiar with that weapon. Oh, actually, hold on. I think I am. Tyranid Trigon with the... Oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of wish they'd done something fancy like the Phoenician. Well, you want to buy the Phoenician, right? And just do yoink that weapon from him. And then just throw the kit away. Really expensive. What's the word I'm looking for? Conversion. So hold on. So you want this bit right here, right? Oh, you meant the Terminators with the power spears? I'm just pondering something very quickly. So I do... Well, this is actually a Blood Angel. Hold on. For Horus Heresy. Hold on. Once we get to the right page. Hiya! So this is actually for a Blood Angel. Unfortunately, it's a bit too... Wiggly eyebrows. So this goes on this sweet Terminator right here, old Jeff. But it is a Blood Angel. I do have some 3D printable spears. So he goes on. We will be painting this at some point. He goes on this sweet geezer right here. Let me have a really quick look at the STL file I have. I got some printable spears for Emperor's Children's. Emperor's Children's, plural. I got Phoenix Rapier. Spear. You meant the Terminators with the power spears. Let me have a Butcher's with the power spears. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me have a look at the printable ones. Okay, so these are... I don't think... So I have some 3D printable spears. They are dual-handed bad boys. Can I might have to put this into Discord. I apologize. I don't think... I don't think that I'll be able to do this into... Open this in the browser. I don't think. We might be able to finagle it into action. So copy. Notepad? Ugh! I didn't mean to do that. How do I share this to stupid share? Okay. So I'm going to put it into stream chat in my Discord. No, I'm not. I don't know where that went. It's unfortunately a supported file, so but that is a two-handed spear, and I reckon one could chop the top off of that and graft that onto this thing. Because it does have the. It is a bit more like that power spear that you mentioned. So done. Yeah, well, I was pondering maybe I do need to do some printing. It is actually a bit more like that. It doesn't really have the wingy bits, like the feathery. No, it does have the feathery bits. I tell porcupines. Yeah, so we might have to do some printing for this one. Yeah. Anyway. You can't see the STL you're looking at. Is it in the stream chat? You should see it in the Discord in the main bit. I have copy link. Hold on. I have another way of doing it. Okay, here we go. There we go. There. So it does have the feathery bits there. It's got the two-handed handle. Yeah, so that's doable, I think. Oh. Got so much clean up to do. I think let's get cleaning up. What's everyone else up to today? I went to GW. I bought the paint I needed and nothing else. I did look at other miniatures and then realized. Honestly, the only one I was really looking at was the jump captain, captain with jump pack. Then I thought to myself, do I actually have? I might already have that one. So I didn't buy it. I'm going to attempt to print the Puppets War Land Raider today. I am not familiar with that particular one. Have you looked at the files already? Well, I can't remember what print you have. You don't have a Halot printer, do you, or Halot? Do you have a? I call those are exotic printers to me. I got the Elegoo Saturn. Well, okay, so this Land Raider is blue tacked together. This is not Puppets War though, but it's. I'm trying to remember if it was in. All on the same build plate. Because I did I know that these were sort of like that. I think this was all on the same build plate. And this was a separate because I couldn't quite fit this bit on. Off to the gym now. Ooh, what is it? Leg day? Leg day is the best day as far as I'm concerned. Good luck. Defeat the gym monsters. Don't know what monsters they are. Does have that Phoenix. It does have, yeah. Well, those are specifically definitely not Emperor's Children STLs. Saturn S and Mars 2 Pro. Oh, okay. Cool. It'll take 2 prints. Yeah, I suspect it might do. I know I definitely took, to get everything printed up for my Land Raider, it definitely took 2 prints. I just can't remember if I had all tracks on, like tracks and smokestacks, etc., and guns on one, and the body and something else on the other. I can't quite remember the layout for it. But yeah. Could almost pass for Forge World at that. Yeah. Well, I've definitely not got a Kratos, which was printed out. This was all one piece. This was all one piece, apart from these two Volkite calivers, and I think these bad boys at the back. I weirdly slapped on some styrene just to plug the holes, but it's a bit too fat. But what I already decided what I'm doing is I'm going to smash down a bunch of texture paint over the bottom, like really thick, and we're going to go, oh yeah, there's loads of mud. It's a pull day plus legs. I was all right at the gym. I just liked doing leg day. I wasn't really keen on anything else. I used to go swimming, legging, and I mean, I did like leg arm weights and stuff as well. But frankly, that was really, really boring for me. Oh, hello, Betty. What's pull day? In my day, that was a day. Things have changed at the gym. Oh, can't do that anymore. Scary how quickly they can CAD. It really is. It really is. Like they're not. Some people do attempt to kind of put their own sway on things. Those particular ones, I was wanting to look. Well, they're my 3D printed World Eaters. Speaking of which, we got our 3D printed Spider Dreadnought, which we are going to be painting up for my World Eaters this month. That's why I went to the Games Workshop stop to buy some black primer. I want to get a wiggle on with this bad boy. They have actually come out with another set of legs, spider legs, for the Contemptor Dreadnought, which I dig. Might give those a go at some point. But you can also use those legs on a Derridae. So good luck, dudes. Crush them leg things. Leg weights. Sorry, I just saw my phone flash up. What's going on? God, it's all bloody going on. Oh, hello. What on earth is going on here? Oh my God. So I'm not sure what else we got on the agenda for printing for myself, at least. Not a huge amount for the moment. I went a bit too mad trying to configure my printers and printed loads of stuff. So we are actually all sort of dialed in now, and I can hold fire and start working on some of the prints. I saw. One of the ones I printed up is a bloke with dual lightning claws. He looks like he could be a bit Emperor's Children-y. Children-y? Ba, 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 ba. I don't think I've listened to this playlist before. I think it's... I didn't see how new it was, but I'm liking it. Da, 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 da. My ears just popped. I really must find that cursed... Demon Prince. That's the main thing for the weekend, at least. That's the weekends. Go through all the boxes and figure out where it's gone. And then I need to try and ponder a list that makes sense. Because I currently think we're going to have to get a couple of rhinos and a land raider. I'm wondering what else one can get. Some Chaos Spawn. We're going to kit bash some Chaos Spawn somehow. I'm going to look for some inspiration and see if anything tickles my fancy. Oh, hello. We still need to ponder colour schemes. I'm still getting nowhere with that. That's very irritating. There's an awful lot to do and never enough time to do it. But I am hoping that finally, this month will hopefully break the back on a few things. And then we can finally get to sort of a vaguely bit of normality. Potentially we might do just like regular magenta. What are these ones called? Infractors, which are the close combat ones rather than the tormentors. But for the noise marines, I think we might go. I don't know how synthwave will go. Potentially quite a bit synthwave. And as for the vehicles, I'd probably like to be able to potentially use them also for Horus Heresy. I don't know. I can't quite remember what the swap over point is, like how much, if anything, you can use in Horus Heresy and 40k. Like I won't be doing anything competitive on either of them, so if like legend stuff, I'm very happy using, for example. So I think Contempted Dreadnoughts are usable. No, dude, I've not been on COD I've not played any games Apart from when I fired up, I did 7 Days to Die for half an hour, 45 minutes. How long ago does it even say? 7 Days to Die. Where is it? Last played. This is the last time last day I played a game. January 22nd. Which is very sad. Like yeah, that's the last game I played. Which is not good. I see the Trigon update is on the April 15th for... Oh, that's Space Marine 2. But yeah, that is Space Marine 2. Yeah, I've not fired up Call of Duty. I don't even own... I never ended up getting Black Ops 6 at the time. I'm hoping once like this month is over, I'll finally get time to play some games in the evening. You know? That's what I would like to get back to doing. I'd love to play some Coop. I would also... I still haven't even finished the storyline. Like, what you saw on stream that's as far as I got. I didn't play it off stream. Or anything like that. I'm just really hoping once this month is over, like, things will get a bit more back to normal. The only thing I need to remedy is this. I need to get a decent desk. I've been pondering like some sort of format of L-shaped desk kind of thing. I don't know. Embarrassing. I've only launched it to make sure I could run it. I got you beat there. I did stream it for how many hours does it say? I streamed it and played it for 7.3 hours. That's how long I've played that game. So when I say I've beat you, I mean only by 7 hours, 7.3 hours. So, yeah, no, that would be awesome. I would like to say we'll be back to the gaming finally, and I really want to get back to playing Call of Duty. I know people are very disparaging of it, but screw them. I enjoy it. I just want to play some deathmatch. Some team deathmatch. I am very bad at what are those things? Battle royales. I'm very bad at those. I played solos Verdansk. And I only won once out of God knows how many attempts. It was terrible. It was because I'm such a bad sniper. Then I thought, screw this, I'm going to finally start trying to get better. And then I haven't played in months, so I want to remedy that. I really want to play it with friends. Well, this is the thing. Yeah. I mean, I have had offers to play it with people, and obviously I do want to play that. Playing with the game with friends, hell yes. It's just my time has just been the issue. The time has been the bloody issue. However, I really think this month is going to be it, and then we'll be back to vaguely normal. You got a semi... See, I was... L stand thing from Amazon. Yeah, I've been pondering one of those, a sort of stand up, sit down one. I'm just never really sure how sturdy they are. New update has reverted a lot of the horrible choices they made in Warzone. Well, I mean, how long is Verdansk back for? Do we know? I've not really been following it, truth be told, which has not helped. I just know it's back. This one's rock solid. You're in a big crunch time this month, so May would be easier. Okay, awesome. Well, I would. I'm hoping. Yeah, that would be really cool. I just need to locate a desk because the thing is, I want to. That computer is going to be for editing and potentially some game streaming at some point, but not necessarily. If and when, probably. Like editing it, I want to be able to edit in a different space to where I paint all the time. Right, so that is another thing cleaned. God, we're doing so much today. It's almost been too productive. They said this is it. This is the current Warzone map. Oh, really? Oh. I wonder why they went back. Were people not enjoying the other one? I don't think I even played the other one. I'm struggling to even remember what it looked like. Because there were a few streamers I used to watch, or like content creators who did that. I basically Jack Frags, Stoddy, Westy, blah, blah, blah. Oh God, what the hell's his name? A couple of others in that group, in that sort of like those group of people. I used to watch those people play it, and I just can't. I'm struggling to remember what the New Wars map was. It was cheap. Oh, please do. Basically, they were hemorrhaging players significantly. Really? Well, they hemorrhaged me. But that's because I didn't even buy Blop 6. So Stod, Aculite, Jack Frags, Westy, they're all love. Okay, fantastic. Well, that makes me happy because those are the ones I really watch. Like back in the day, I remember. Hold on. So I went to. Ooh. That was New York Comic Con 2007. I was trying to find. So I went to I've forgotten what the hell it's called. I went to one of these games conventions. They renamed it since, and I've forgotten what they renamed it to. Anyway, that's when I picked up getting into DayZ. So it was around about 2009, 10, maybe, because they had some screens playing YouTube makers. So I was watching. Turns out Frankie on PC, they were just looping a bunch of his videos, or could have just been one of his videos, to be honest. So I was watching his videos. And then one day he brought on some lad called Jack Frags, and that was the end of that, basically. I just... So that's how I found Jack. And I've been, following him, then obviously via him, like Stoddy and Aculite, and then Tom, Tomographic. Stone Mountain 64. I liked a lot of his videos back in the day. I've not really watched much of him recently, though. And there are a couple of others, and I'm drawing a complete blank on their names, unfortunately. I'm sure they'll be very disappointed that I can't remember them right now. Lackey is, what's his name? What's his username? Anyway, they all play that game together. Anyway, long short of it is, If they're happy, I'm probably happy. I'm still rubbish, but I'm happy. Tactical Brit, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. Those are the ones I tend to watch. I think like they're kind of chilled out and not like some of these streamers who are really over the top and frankly give me headaches. Like they all play very well. And they all have a good laugh. But yeah, some of these people who play Call of Duty and it just gives me a major headache just watching them like screaming all the time as well. Too old for that. Too old for that. Even I don't even know if I was. I think I might have always been too old for that. Don't cut towards your fingers, folks. It's not healthy. Okay. We're going to keep that bit for later. I would like to get one. We're going to get one. I'm going to concentrate on getting one Marine together. Because otherwise I'm not going to feel like I've gotten anywhere. B1 and 2. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. There's one. We're going to get one geezer stuck together. I'd like to seem like some progress has happened on stream. For once. That's a bit of trim. I just realised what other game I'll be able to play as well. Darktide. I don't know if I've played that beyond the beta testing. Like I've got the updates. It's been queued for God knows how long. Last time I've not played it since the beta or the beta. I got 10.5 hours in that game and that's it. Only with friends. Yeah, well the thing is I really enjoyed oh God, I've forgotten the name of it now. The sort of fantasy one. End Times, Vermintide. And I have Vermintide 2 as well. So I'm very... Which I've also barely... Actually, I've got 80 hours in that one. I'm also terrible at it, but being terrible at games is almost... It's almost my thing. So I do have Vermintide 2. And then I saw they were doing the 40k version of it, i.e. Darktide. And I thought, oh, well, I must get that. And I do have that, but yeah, that was December the 6th, 2022. That's the last time I played it. I'm going to have to remedy that. I think we might, maybe I'll just do a dodgy YouTube channel. Separate from this. Completely separate from this, where I can just upload dodgy videos of me playing games really badly. It would certainly be it would certainly give me like a bit of a reason to play some games again, which is what I've just not really been doing recently, which has been very sad. Oof. Now on these ones, we're just going to build them basically from the box. We're not going to do any weird conversions or anything. Saying that, I probably would like to do some... Like on the Combat Patrol, we got the Conehead Geezers in that box set. And I think another unit of 10 of these guys. So that probably give us an excuse for a bit of conversions then. A little bit. I'm not going to go wild with the tentacles or anything. Don't get your hopes up. However, Do-do-do-do. How much this one? Oh god, it's a massive, great big lump right there of sprue. That came off pretty easily. Da-da-da-da. I think soup is on the agenda for food tonight. Oh, soup and some suitably crusty bread from the... Also, just to clarify, crusty as in literally crusty bread, not as in crusty as in gross bread. I think is on the agenda food-wise tonight. Not going to go too bananas. Okay, all right. We're finally maneuvering towards getting one miniature. We're going to get glue on a miniature soon, ladies and jelly spoons. It's going to be wild. So this torso here has two options, B5 or B6. One is some like dangly cloth. The other is a chain. Well, we've basically got 4 of these kits, so we can afford to do one of each, really. There's also a B4 thing, which looks like a weird symbol. Looking from a distance and squinting. So these are the 2 options for dangly bits between the legs. You got the chain and you got the icon with the fabric thingamajig. There's a weird bit. And here it is. Here is the weird bit. Boop. Got that bad boy off. I don't think there's much cleaning to do on this. Tiny little bit. Glue. I really just should... Is this too weird? Hold on. Can I? Okay. All right. I wasn't really happy with the other... I thought it leaked. I wasn't really happy with the other brushy bits on the other one. So I'm hoping this one... It might just be absolutely nothing. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. So we got this thing. We have to slap the... once I locate it on here... It goes in there. There is a little shape for it to go into, and it with the circular bit, or what a semicircular hole, remove facing upwards. So we will make sure that is in. Just slam that in there. Pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to be. And we'll just give it a tickle of glue from the reverse side. Hopefully. Yep, good enough for Disney. And then that goes on to the legs. Actually, slap the legs together. Where's the other leg? Away the auxiliary leg. We found it. How does it work? Oh, it's like that. Is that right? That... Oh, okay. All right, there is this weird little sticky up bit there. That, oh god, you can see where that goes right there. Hopefully, whether or not I can. There is that aligns with the belt, so you can see the belt there, or what I call it a belt. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It goes like that, so it's like a belt loop, but it's, I don't know, whatever it's supposed to be. That's where it goes. I'm going to slap a little bit of this glue. There. Oh god, that might have been too much, but whatever. We'll smash it together. Add auxiliary glue. Yeah, that's too much. Make sure we're not sticking our finger into a lump of glue and melting a fingerprint into it. Done that so many times in the past. It's terrible. Okay. Just need to clean up this bit which we missed. And we just need to mash these two bits together. Do 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 do. Got some filthy amounts of gaps to deal with. Hopefully not, but we'll have a look in them. Oh, hello. I thought something was weird. Very much misbehaving. That was all going Pete Tong. Not quite sure what happened there. It's keep some pressure on there until I drop it and then don't have any pressure on it. Well done me. Do you use lychee slices? I have both. I have both, yes. Because a lot of the pre-supported things come with lychee files as well as Chitubox. I think I've come around to, personally at the moment, I like, not that I'm great at supporting things yet, but I like supporting in lychee. And then I export it to Chitubox, and if I need to scale it, I like to scale it there and then slice it in there. That's what I like to do. Seems to work. I haven't had. It's a bit more work than I'd really like to be doing, but just to be on the safe side.
I usually keep the pre-supports, yeah, because that's one of the other things. Like when I'm trying to find a new patron, whatever the word is, new company to sort of basically print it. I look at the quality of their pre-supports. If Atlas usually do the pre-supports for the person, then usually I'm absolutely fine with it. I don't need to stress about it. But I'm not great at supporting things, so if I have to do it, I know I'm probably over supporting things, like way more than someone who knows what they're doing will do. They'll probably look at my stuff and going, "You're wasting so much resin by doing that." But I'd prefer a guaranteed print than a couple of failed prints, which are definitely a waste of resin. Yeah. I occasionally have to, like, sometimes. So, for example, I have stuff from Diverging Realm, right? He does, like, absolutely love his sculpts. In fact, we can have a look at we can go and have a look at, where's the Pedal of Doom? The pedal is there. So if we go to my library, I've just that hand. Something is stuck. Oh, my mini factory. Come on now. Have you seen this hand? What the? So, who does the supports for Titan Toll? Anyway, we weren't talking about that. Oh, some more stuff's just appeared. Oh, here's the thing from War Machine, by the way. I did click on this and download it. I got to print this out. It's a free thing to print. They're doing some competition. What sort of thing? Pseudo competition or whatever. I might print it out soon. Maybe paint it. But if we go to Diverging Realm. So by the way, look at this. Look at this. This was their last month's, I think last month. The big diorama. I think he's doing dioramas a lot at the moment. So he's got a bunch of people charging out of a gateway on horses with lances. It's so cool. Even just the terrain. Which subscription are we talking about? Those hands are very sus, yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen that particular hand configuration. Also, by the way, look at this as well, which is just so cool. I'm so glad. I'm really glad I got this. Anyway, so for example, like I have some of these pre-supports are a bit light, but I don't know if that's because maybe the settings that I've got on my printer might be a bit too vigorous, especially for sort of like some of these very fine pieces. And I do occasionally find a failure with some of them, and it's usually a matter of me just adding one more support just to be on like along somewhere. Some of the finer bits are usually where it fails. I'm not doing this to sort of like, I really, really, really like this person's stuff, and I think it's very cool. But I think you're always going to find, like, not always, a lot of times pre-supports aren't 100% perfect. Oh, the War Machine one? Yeah. I can't remember. I saw that the other day, and I know someone was talking about it in chat, and was it? Hold on, were you talking about this, or am I getting confused? I'm pretty sure you were in that chat when it was brought up, but I'm getting the scenery is nice, and I do like scenery, and they do have some fleshy. The welcome pack is cool. Hold on. I mean, I like these guys on the left. They're pretty cool. And this thing. And this... It's all very cool, in fact. So... It is tempting. It is tempting. I think they're just spinning up all their STLs. A new... release of War Machine. Now would be the time to get in on it. Especially if they end up having a merchant tier, which would be amazing. They got a free trial for this month. Free in April 2025. Which I'm going to do. They don't seem to have a merchant tier yet. Maybe next they might consider it. It would be tempting. It would be very tempting, so I'd have to keep my eyes peeled for that. You bought one of the new plastic War Machine starter boxes, then went to Adepticon and played the game a little, and ended up getting another faction. Oh, you were talking about it, of course you were. I get really confused with chat. Like, remembering... I struggle at the best of times during a stream, and then after the stream, I get even more confused trying to recall what happened during the stream. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah, well, it looks like they're re-releasing entirely, like, a new wave or whatever. And my mini factory is completely empty, bar that free one you can get. So, I think I might hop in on the April one because it's free. I might give it a couple of months and see how it looks. Worst case scenario, I get some cool minis to paint. And getting in on one of these things when they're starting is very good. Definitely good. Oh god, I think I put my cup into the hot mode instead of the warm mode. Right. So we're slowly building this Space Marine at the speed of a startled slug. I'm going to put in B5 because it's going to be dangly white cloth, I think. And then weapons, I think we're going to go the whip, the whippy whip, and the power fist. If we get the option. Oh, hold on, I'm not supposed to be doing this bit. I tell a lie. Oh no, 2 to 6, 2 to 6. We can do this one. I thought he had a power fist option. I'm absolutely losing my marbles. I could have sworn there was a power fist option for that guy. Maybe he's for another geezer. Anywho, plasma, always plasma. I see a sergeant or a leader, always plasma. So that's what we're going to go with. So we've got to put this thing together, 9 and 10 as well. We've got to put this bit of dangly cloth in place without losing it. I do want to record some footage of... I'm going to completely build this on stream, but we will change the view and hopefully record it at the same time. This one I will say I do like because it looks like this shoulder pad here with the cloth and thing draped on either side of it. The seam line is really quite nice. Like this top edge here fits into under that seam of the shoulder pad. So like it looks like you can do that in a sub-assembly quite nicely, which I'm definitely looking forward to doing without having to sort of worry about there being a weird seam in the cloth. where the sub-assembly was joined together. Which is why I'm not massively keen on sub-assemblies, especially on like fabrics and things like that. With armor, it's different. But fabrics and fleshy things, unless you can really hide that seam well, I'm not massively keen on it. Which leads us back to our Great Demon of Nurgle situation. Righty-ho. So, let's get this bit of cloth in place, if we can figure out how it goes. There's a tiny little yellow notch on his waist. Right where this divot is, right there. There's a divot, there's a larger divot here. And there's a tiny little one, or a smaller one, right above it. And surprisingly enough, there are two, there's like a rounder bit there and a little round bit above that. So you can just smash those two bits in there quite nicely. But first, before we add anything too dainty in, I would like to attempt to fix this issue a little bit. Like I know an arm's about to go there and cover the majority of that bit, but there is a bit of dodgy seam going on. Which I would like to remedy. There seems to be a larger gap, like the width of this blade. There's a tiny bit of a gap there as well, which is definitely a concern. Don't know if you can quite see it, but there's a tiny, tiny little gap there. There's a little bit of... just needs pushing down a little bit more on this side, I think. Yeah. Better. Right. Let's get this bit of... dangly cloth in place. So the next option is left arm. You get sword or whip option. That is it. We're going to go with the whip. So that's a two-part piece, B8 and B9. So there's quite a bit of seam on that we're going to have to annihilate. And there is B9. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm always dubious about these like whip weapons, gluing them together, because it's the join is not massive. Like they've extended it a fair amount, so that's like whatever that is, sort of a centimeter almost ish along the length, but still width wise, it's always, I never feel 100% secure. Well, I don't feel very secure gluing it together. It's just never great. It's a very spindly bit. So the old whippy whip. Let's get where is the seam line? Well, we got a join. Got a bit of sprue we need to sort of cut off there. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, so as I said, I did look at some Mantis Warriors yesterday. A very nice paint scheme. Nice vibrant green. So we are going to give them a tickle at some point. Mantis, what do we got on the list? I need to write a list of all the little kill teams or squads that we want to paint up over the time. So Mantis Warriors, Howling Griffins, size of the Emperor. Space Sharks, Dash, Carcharodons. Doom Eagles potentially. I've got to read up on them a little bit more. I keep forgetting about them. But Doom Eagles. Here we go. Here's the other bit of. Okay, let's get this whippy whip glued together. I'm going to leave. There is a little bit of seam on this blade. This hook, but it is a sort of bladed, sharp hook on not just the pointy bit, but like along the length. It's sort of like along the spine of it. It's like that. So I reckon we can get away with leaving the majority of the little seam bit there. So I want to test fit this and double check that it's going together correctly, rather than back to front somehow. I think it's literally just that. Literally just that. So we'll just run a little bit of this glue. Little being the operative word. Just a couple of drops, and hopefully that might not be enough, but it'll be enough to get us started. Hold on. Gonna have to use some of the AK glue. Apply some pressure to that bad boy. More pressure. Dun, dun, dun. Meanwhile, while that's drying, and that goes between the legs. So, like, where's his arm? It goes like that sort of thing. Like that, somehow. I'm not going to 100% commit to exactly where it's going until so we can get it flat on a base of some variety. But let's get the plasma gun, which is B7. Yeah, which is right here. Still at 0 drop frames. I'm very hyped about that. Okay. Right. So shoulder pad number 3. Not on this sprue. I know I'm missing something out. I'll get to that in a second. It does say 3, which... Definitely not on that one. $21. It's the lowest number I've seen on this so far. 27, 22, 25. I mean, I'm looking at shoulder pads. That is definitely a shoulder pad as well. Three. Okay. It says 3 there, right? Oh, I see. Okay, so they're saying one of these options. They're saying one of these options. Okay, so I've got to pick the one which... Okay, whatever. So it's one of the eagly ones. Or we go with the one with the skin stretched over it. No, those are the option. Those are the other shoulder pads, the right shoulder pads. Okay, I will go with 58. Yeah, we'll go with. Actually, hold on. Where was 68? $68. There we go. That's the one we wanted. All right. Dun, 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 dun. So obviously we're not building all of these on stream. It was, firstly, we talked for a huge amount. And there's no way we can get them all done on one stream. So, but we are getting this guy done. Obviously, we're getting the Lord Exultant done. Maybe a Noise Marine. Maybe hit one of each things. So that's the shoulder pad. Let me just double and turn the page over. And one of the other shoulder pads. I want to double check the insignia is going. It is always the left shoulder pad, isn't it? Yeah. So, I don't know what shoulder pad we're going to get. We're going to go with a barren one or one which has got kind of skin stretched over it, or this one, or like I think it's got to be something slightly fruity. We'll go with. That one's got the bobbles on. We're going to go with this one. I didn't really realize. I was looking over the Adepticon releases, like previews and things. I didn't actually realize that there are 3 chaos boxes coming out, basically. For 40k for the chaos gods. So there's a Nurgle box, a Tzeentch one, I think, and a corn one. I completely missed those. I know I just saw the codexes and somehow missed out on the actual boxes coming with them. So that was a bit of a derp on my behalf. Okay, so this arm goes kind of back. I don't know how, like that, I think. I'll have to look at the box art just to make sure, because this is flush. There's only so far down. Da-da. So it goes like that. Don't want to actually place it yet. We're going to get rid of this seam as much as possible. Don't know what I'm watching tonight, though. I think I've probably like... Okay. It's a bit of a fiddle, this. Just gonna have to leave that to dry for a bit, just to be on the safe side. So, Gav, how's it going, dude? Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you're well. You have a good day and all that kind of stuff. Just pondering what to do. Oof. There's backpack of sorts. Prepare that. I don't know if we're going to do that. I don't know where that bobble really goes. It attaches to his back by the looks of it. It's a bit irritating. I was wondering if we might be able to do it as a separate piece, just to give us proper access to the back of the shoulders, shoulder pads, and the back. So we can do the backpack, his head, and him separately. That could work. On a 32mm base as well. What a time to be alive. From Aldi. All groovy, baby. Apart from that noise, sorry. What are you up to this evening? Just going to make sure I can count. 1, 2, 3. Keep that one. 4. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the sacrificial one for the floor demon. Aldi rules. Damn right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. What the devil? It's a 32mm base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What the devil? How many Marines in here again? I'm so confused. It says 33 miniatures, 10 Tormentors, 10 Infractors, 12 Noise Marines. Noise Marines. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then there are 2 large extra bases. They got all the good stuff. What good stuff did you get? I remember when they didn't have the good stuff, but that was ages ago. Yeah, when I first heard of them, they were a bit... They certainly seemed a little bit dodgy. And I wasn't entirely confident about their wares. All the food. All of the food. Yeah, it did take a hot minute for me to kind of adjust to... it. folks, we're going to have to count again. This is absolutely terrible. I know, he's supposed to go on this base. It's absolutely fine. Ignore everything. I was getting so confused. I was getting really confused then. He goes on this base. Just about. He barely fits onto this base. I also don't know what we're doing for the floor. Like, what are we going to do with the floor? Gabba, how are you basing yours? With all the food. Haven't really thought about it, yeah. I've also not given it any thought. Just sheets of skin. Just sheets of skin. Very smooth. Some dodgy tattoos. Get some barbed wire going on there, like across around the arm, bicep, muscles. Tattoo. Get some tramp stamp action going on. Get some tribals. All the dodgy tattoos. Probably the standard Steel Legion drab rim and bleached bone. Oh. Well, hello there. Bleached bone, eh? Tramp stamp all the way. Absolutely. Are those things still, like, popular? Like, I know they used to be. They were very popular. Not with me. I didn't get one. I did get a big old tribal one. Speaking of stamps, have you seen Brent from... no, I've not. I've not watched his channel in a while, actually. I kind of... Turns out he wasn't like... I wasn't massively watching his channel. Hold on. Here we go. Because the thing, I don't really watch a huge amount of like hobby channels, YouTube channels at the moment. Like I don't really have bloody time. The time. What I realize is I have time to watch someone play. So after stream finishes in the evening, I have time to watch someone play a 7 Days to Die video. And then I watch one episode of... I'm currently watching Jack Ryan. So I won't watch one of those episodes. So that's it. And then I go and pass out. And then during the day, I usually slap a film on or lurk in a YouTube... in a Twitch stream. What has he got? You made him at the con? Did he have fabulous hair in person as well? Or is it just on the video? Yeah, of course you may. Of course you may. Drop it like it's hot. He looks exactly the same. Yeah, I've not really managed to watch any like YouTube video hobby videos in the last 6 months or so. I literally like the time is just not there. And I know I need to get back to acquiring knowledge from people who know stuff. Goblin hobbies. Is that his? Get notified at launch. Ooh. Oh, are those? Oh God, he's grinning in the. He's reflected in the. Are they little? Oh, you know what? I tell a lie. I did see. I didn't realize this was his thing. Yo, This is very cool. So this is like a sort of a stamp. And you can bend it to shoulder pads. Now I don't need to learn how to do freehanding. I can just stamp it on there. You bought it at the com? Is it easy to use? Is it like moron level? That is cool. That is cool. I'm going to sign up for that because I did see it. Where did I see it? Would it have been on Instagram? Did I see someone do an Instagram video? As much as I was grumbling about Instagram videos earlier, I might have seen it on there. So easy. Damn it. Damn it. All right, I've got that on my main browser for when I finish streaming. I will sign up for that. Because that does look pretty cool. Well worth a try. It's just a repurposing of nail art products. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's it. We got to find the next product we can adapt from another thing. Nail art. Tattooing. I know the Jiggle Master 5000. This piece of garbage, the Jiggle Master 5000, was from like tattoo inkers. And I know science people, Akka wizards, use various sorts of their proper ones, like heavy duty ones, rather than that piece of rubbish. I'm not keen on the Jiggle Master 5000. I will not personally thingy that particular one. It was a complete waste of money. I knew it was going to be a waste of money. However, it did jiggle 95% of the paints that I needed to jiggle. But then it broke, and then it's never worked again. The science is so amazing, and the future is now thanks to science. It is. It is. Those nasal hair remover... the nasal hair remove... See, I have a... Hold on. A nasal hair removal... Wait, what? I don't have nasal hairs, thank you very much. I don't know what you're insinuating. Where is it? I have a... Hold on. Now, I did see someone on YouTube. Not on YouTube. I did see a YouTube person. They were like, oh, this is the next greatest tool. Where's it gone? I think it was this thing. Is it this thing? They had one of these things, and they were doing something with it. Oh, they were holding a sponge with it, and then going, it's sponging something. Are you joking? No. You never know these days, Battle Squig. It's all right. I was also only joking. I do have nasal hairs because I think they're good for filtering out things, right? That's what I understand. Apparently, but you never know. Something like that could be the next big thing that the hobby people will yoink for their own purposes and reuse. Oof. Battle Squig, how you doing today? Happy Wednesday. What's going on? Oof. Oh, this cupboard, this drawer needs fixing. It's all getting jammed full of stuff. I actually like to put bright colour tufts in my nose. Oh yeah. What about diamond? Like, you know, are you aware of the? I don't know what it's. I've only ever heard it's called as a vajazzle. I don't know what it's really called. I don't even know if it's a thing these days, and I'm surprised it was a thing to begin with. But those stick-on diamond things, braided nasal hair, bloody hell, that's going. That's really going for it. I mean, how long does nasal hair grow before it falls out? I guess just as long as it... Like, you don't see people needing to go to the barber for a nasal haircut, generally. I think there are some times, occasionally, when one hair might go a bit wild. Not from me, obviously, but hypothetically. The tools for removing the thing in Total Recall. Oh, yes! Yes, it is! You just jam it up your nose, and then till you feel a crunch, and then whoop, and then out comes this great big golf ball from your nasal cavity, which is glowing red. I've not seen... I need to watch that again. It's been at least a couple of months since I've seen it last. I need to remedy that. And the Running Man. When I've gone for the nice beard trim, they'll do in nasal hairs too. I get offers from the barber starting to offer like eyebrows as well. Just like, because occasionally you get a crazy eyebrow which just goes absolutely mental. So I've like, yeah, go on then. And he gets out a little comb, and I wasn't really sure if I was getting scammed or not. Thankfully, that was included in the price. He needs a couple of shoulder pads. I'm doing his backpack separately, by the way. So his backpack will be this one. Like, I was gluing it together, right? But it goes on and sort of attaches to his, like... So we'll be doing that bit separately, right? Yo. That is going to be what is known as a sub-assembly. So I'll just smush that there. We'll just slap on the gun arm and then the shoulder pads, and then the head will be separate as well. I like to do my sergeants generally bald, or like without wearing a helmet. Don't know why. Although saying that, now I'm thinking about it, the majority of my Ultramarines, they all wear their sort of sergeant helmets, except for 2 of them. Obviously, they're rascals. The tubey things are a right pain for subs. Oh god, thanks. Battle Screw, if you put these together, I do agree. Like, I've put quite a few kits together, and not... It's generally one of the reasons why I'm not massively keen on sub-assemblies. Like, doing all my Space Marines, my Ultramarines during March McCrag, like, all of the Devastator weaponry was just not enjoyable. Not my idea of fun. Is he? Yeah, that's vaguely where it's going. Not these specific ones, but whenever there's a tubey thing, it's like, yeah, I do completely agree. I'm really not keen on it. It seems like a good way to irritate. So why, if like I know sub-assemblies are, you know, great, especially if you're doing competition pieces and stuff like that. Like, you need to get that brush all over the place to give all those bits the attention they deserve. However, at the same time, I'm not doing competition painting because I'm rubbish at painting. More glue's needed. Just smash a bunch of glue in there. And hope one of those bits does the melty bit that we need it to do. Yay, melty bit. I just want Mini to be one piece again, like the Chaos Dwarf Axeman box. Well, you do sacrifice a fair amount when you go into that world of one piece minis, right? As no doubt you're aware. I think the problem is like because of the quality of casting these days, and indeed 3D printing, there's almost too much detail, and it would be a regression from one to the other. Best plastic kit. I'm not familiar with that kit, truth be told. So I am aware of the Chaos Dwarves in general, but I never collected them. And Warhammer Fantasy, certainly, took me a long time to sort of wiggle an eyebrow around to. Virtually were totally indestructible. What, the actual plastic kits or in-game? So I'm going to put him... I'm calling him #finished. We've got a variety of heads. We've got our BDSM, like, I don't quite know. He's got spikes and a leather strap over the top of his mouth. And he's wearing not a ball gag. Here's our leader. So that one's done. I'm going to smush those bits over there out of view from the camera so we can pretend we've been really proactive and stuff today. The kits. Well, if they're all one piece, I mean, they have to be resilient enough to get cast as one piece. So you're not probably going to have too many wildly protruding bits which will snap off. In-game, they were mid. Bugger. That's not wanted. Dude, have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Obviously, I'm back on next Monday. I'm hoping between then and now, or now and then, we'll get all these guys to get glued together. I don't know when we're painting them. We will paint some of them on here, but we'll also do a YouTube video. So, we'll hit all the high points of where we need to do things. But have a great rest of your week. Have a lovely weekend and all that good stuff. I suppose I should apparently press my Discord button, which I always forget to do. And always forget to log into. Although I am technically logged in there today. So that's fun. Dun, 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 dun. Right. So, Cafe went... Well, I don't know. When do you reckon it's coming out? When do you reckon? Obviously, soon, TM. Or, I don't know. I'm going to say... I think I said May before. But that was based on absolutely nothing. It was just the month which came out of my face. I was basing it on absolutely nothing but guesswork. And very poor guesswork at that. Depends on... Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's not going to... It's all going to be cast up here. I suppose all like the paperwork and stuff. Like paper and cardboard bits. Maybe June. Let's say June. Cover our backs just in case. Most that it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't touch the US. So I mean, it depends when they get it, but who knows? So we're good. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll end up having to send stuff across for people if we can get it first. Speaking of which, we do have a massive girthy goal right beneath my chin. Right here for the Cafe Army. I know that is way more than the box. We don't know the price of the box set. I'm guessing it's 140 based on current boxes. I know the older armies are sort of 100, round about 100 to 120, depending on the actual army. But I've also included stuff for the like big balloon thing, the terracotta giant geezer, and what looks like to be the Forge World woman with the dragon thing. And because I don't know the prices, I've guesstimated that the dragon alone and the terracotta thing, they're not going to be cheap. And the balloon thing. So that's 150. I mean, and the book and the dice, no doubt. Maybe 350 might be better. The balloon does look cool. Yeah, I've got to start planning on how I want to paint it up, though. Assuming we reach that goal. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to paint it up. I've got no idea. The dragon woman has an actual nice face. I know. Just imagine that in this day and age. In this day and age, having a nice face. It's crazy. Gonna get this little geezer off. I'm surprised. I'm still happy that we only purchased the 3 paints and the primer that we needed. I'm very happy about that situation. Very happy. Yeah, well, I mean, the problem is I have to paint it and make her look, normal. that is the issue. I actually have to do a paint job. I can't blame it on. Oh no, that face is an awfully sculpted face. They look awful. Even with the most perfect paint job ever, it wouldn't do her. I was going to say it wouldn't do her justice. It wouldn't save her from the affliction that she has. You'll need the fancy decal sheet because otherwise... Oh, God. Yeah, that is true, Battle Squig. Yeah, you're not wrong. By the way, sorry, I am here. I'm about to record, though, so... hello. I'd like to... Sorry, I don't want to record my face when I'm building this because I'm going to look demented otherwise. So I'm going to turn this... although we are dual streaming to YouTube right now, I'm going to... just record this because we will paint this particular guy for a YouTube video. So I thought if we do this first, we can at least have a little bit of footage of going, this is how it began. Me scratching my head and complaining over and over again about tiny fiddly little bits I can barely see. Hello, tubes of you. Yeah, well, I've got to mash the record button first. But yes, also hello, tubes of you. Also, if you are on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and you too will not miss this video where I attempt to paint this up really well. I just need to figure out a color scheme for it. What do I do? What would you do? I will hit the record button. If we see drop frames happen now, then we know we're in trouble, ladies and jelly spoons. We know we're in trouble. We're looking good so far. We got 10 seconds into the recording. $20.25. Fleshy. Oh, yeah. Oh. A pale. Oh, pale. Oh, really? I will have a butcher's. I will have a butcher's at that. So we are going to go Fist of Doom. We're going to go Fist of Doom for his left hand, for his right hand, excuse me, and the Spear of Doom. We're not going to... I don't think I'm going to glue this arm on yet, so I don't really know what's going to happen there, but we're doing... That's the build we're going to be doing. A1 and A2. Let's do it, baby. Let's go. Sounds Death Guardy to me normally. Is it... What kind of pale green is it? Is it sort of pastel-y or is it minty? Oh, fruit pastels. I would love some fruit pastels right now. What do you... What's it to you? Very pale minty pastel. Oh, okay. Was that an official sort of heavy metal paint job, or was it a sort of I don't know what they're described as. Like part of the Warcom team do. I know like Warcom team people do some paint jobs and say, what are the team would be? How have the team painted up theirs? Or then there's, you know, like YouTubers, etc. Their versions of stuff. Girl Scout, Scouty cooking. Bloody hell, that was a weird sentence to say. Yes. Folks, if you're out there and you're on a computer, how many hard drives do you have? Firstly, how many hard drives do you have? Secondly, how much space do you have on those hard drives? Tell me the numbers. Please. 0. Damn it. You're like me. You're like me. Zero hard drives? Are you just M2 drives? I mean, that is a hard drive, but I mean, you know what I mean. How much storage space do you have on your computer? Or are you watching on mobile? It's the last tormentor and fracture in the design team article. Oh, it says heavy metal one. Okay, I'll have to run my eyes over that later. Two terabytes, 4 terabyte NAS. Got that NAS action going on. And what about your main, like, OS drive, your sort of C drive, so to speak? What does that look like? How many terabytes is that? Just asking for a friend, obviously. 2 terabytes, yeah, 2. That's what I have in, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, there's more! Oh. YouTube? I'm sorry. We're going to have to bump stream on ahead. So what I will do very quickly is I'll go, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. I will see you later. I'm really